Welcome to 10 Minutes with Tony Scott. For those that are tuning in for the first time outside of Minnesota, my show appears on YHH on a weekly basis. Each week we talk about great teams and great players, but most importantly, we try to have a little fun. Today's show is dedicated to the North American Hockey Showcase, aka The Show. The show is an all-stars all-star event. The tournament organizers were able to attract the right 2004 birth year teams from the right areas of North America and have them meet in Minnesota for some great competition, and most importantly, to find out who's truly best. The event will be held at the historic Bloomington Ice Garden in Bloomington, Minnesota. The home fans will be cheering for the Great Plains team. Great Plains has 15 kids from the state of hockey and 2 stars from western Wisconsin. We'll talk about one of them in just a minute. There are 14 teams, 7 each from the U.S. and Canada. Each will play the other 7 teams from the opposite country to determine a first place winner by country. The winners from each country will face off for the championship on Sunday at Big. The other 6 teams will pair off in the Continental Divide, a progressive one-period game matching the like seeds from each country in a 6-period affair with an ongoing score kept through all 6 periods. That is a first of a kind of event. Can't wait to see how that turns out. Okay, let's get to the action. What teams are going to be good? Who are the players to watch for, and who might surprise us? Let's start with the teams that I think will be good. It's hard to look past both the Toronto/Ontario teams. Toronto's history in the Brick the last few years has been remarkable. The players and coaches for both of these teams are amazing. Watch out, USA. Team Alberta is also a team to watch. They have a special group of players, and according to their profile, they eat red Alberta meat. Quite the read about them posted on YHH yesterday. Thanks, Alberta, for taking that fun take. On the right side of the continent, the USA, we at YHH are very biased about our home team, the Great Plains. We think we boast a nice team, but to count them as a favorite might be testing our journalistic boundaries. The 3 teams that we like are Team Southeast, Team Great Lakes, and our neighbors to the east, Team Midwest. Any of these teams will be right there come Saturday night when the U.S. winner is determined. Now let's talk some players. Jackson Wilson from Gurnee, Illinois. He's not very big, but he's very productive. Jackson has great hands and has a great knack for scoring. Jake Rossi from Kirkland, Quebec. This kid is electric with the puck. If he gets loose, it spells trouble for the U.S. teams. Katie Dacia from Trumbull, Connecticut was a treat to watch last summer in the Brick. She's a bigger goalie and very athletic. She could be the best goalie in the tournament. Seamus Casey from Estero, Florida. Yes, hockey fans, these boys from the Sunshine State can really play. Seamus is a goal scorer's goal scorer. He'll need to be contained at all times. How about Denton Matechuk from Winnipeg? Is a super two-way defenseman with a great pair of hands. Keep an eye on him. He'll be exciting to see. Jojo Dobble from Madison, New Jersey is a dynamic forward for the Mid-Atlantic team. You always have to keep your guard up for a kid named Jojo. Owen Baker from Howell, Michigan is a special player that won't knock you over with his size, but he will wow you with his talent. Teams from Canada, keep an eye on number 43 from the Great Lakes team. Speaking of kids you need to keep an eye on, Team West has Garrett Brown. The California kid has speed and some great hockey instincts. And finally, Shane Wright from Ontario Black is likely the player you have to see if you're stopping in at the rink or stopping in online. Wright is big, fast, and has a rocket of a shot. All right, let's get to our kid from the state of hockey, or states of hockey. So I took the easy route, ignored the kids from Minnesota, and picked a kid from Wisconsin. J.J. Wybush from River Falls, Wisconsin is a great player for the Great Plains. He had 13 goals last weekend for the Minnesota Blades and is a treat to watch. Here are a few teams that could be surprising come Friday and Saturday. Team Atlantic Provinces will trot 2 time zones to the west to take on America's best. We are excited to see what their coach, former NHLer John Sim, will bring to the rink come Wednesday. Team USA and Team Canada are both good teams and have some bona fide stars. Any of those 3 teams could make a run come Sunday. This week, YHH will be covering every game both via live stream and written stories. Today, the players received their jerseys, socks, player gifts, and will participate in Media Day. YHH will do a short interview with each player, meet the teams via video, and pose for headshots. We also know a few games being played around town today. Quebec and Alberta will face off in Burnsville, as will Great Plains and Southeast teams will meet at Breck. Fans of the show can visit both of our web properties for news on the tournament. YHH for all live streams, daily recaps, and daily video highlights, and NAHockeyShowcase.com for game recaps, pictures, and of course stats and standings. The show can be found on Twitter at _show_hockey. All of the scores, picks, and more can be found on that feed. YHH can be found easily on Twitter at Youth Hockey Hub. At the conclusion of the tournament, YHH will choose all tourney team and tournament MVP honors on Sunday following the championship game in Bloomington. Make sure to tune into YHH for that broadcast. We can't wait to bring it all to you and to all of our fans throughout North America via the web. As part of our show, each week we always roast someone and give a thumbs up. This week we roast anyone who thinks this won't be a great event. After all, the games will be held at Bloomington Ice Garden. I've nicknamed that facility the Drama Dome, the home of some of the most epic youth and high school games in our state's rich history. We expect this week to be no different. A huge thumbs up to one of YHH's sponsors, General Sports. They have agreed to give unlimited skate sharpening to all the players in the show this week. They have 2 locations in Edina, one at 50th and France and the other at Braemar Arena. And finally, a thumbs up to all the players, families, and coaches who've come a long way to be part of this first great event. We know you won't be disappointed. We hope fans from Minnesota will show up and see some of the great hockey players from all over the continent. See you at the rink. Have a nice day.